The team at the Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media wants to take the time to thank our sponsors, Bryant Family Medicine and Heather Martinez Realtor. We also want to thank our support staff, Valerie Rutherford, Allison Messer, Larry Spicer, Addison Sloan, John North, Shane Shackford, and last but not least, Keisha Ambergy. With the support of our fine sponsors, our dedicated staff, and you, the members, we are all working on one goal, the promotion of student athletes. With this team, we can't miss.
Hi, I'm Heather Martinez, active community member and your realtor. Give me a call or text 606-344-0217, or you can reach me by email, heather.martinezrealtor@gmail.com.
Yale Sports Media presents Around the Region, the one and only sports talk show. And my internet is completely lagging, something horrible. I mean, we got a guest on tonight, Case. I need to have him to come here and show me how to do this stuff and do it the right way. And I'm gonna beg him, bring him on, absolutely how to do this stuff and do it the right way. That where it looks awful professional, but again, I have no idea what's happening to this internet. I believe Ryan jinxed us, but the commercials are lagging, the internet's lagging, everything's lagging. I even reached over to grab a cup of coffee. I've still not grabbed it yet. I'm lagging, but Ryan, how you doing?
Doing pretty good.
And of course, Edward's lagging too. You ain't even here. And so I don't know where he's at. He just said, "Oh, by the way, I'm gonna call in about 10 minutes for the show and say I'm still in Knoxville. I'm not making it." So again, yeah, thank you, Edward. Nah, he's probably out with family, spending time with family. Of course, cannot say enough about all the great moms around the world, and love every one of them. And if it wasn't for moms, we wouldn't be here today. So thank you, Mom. And but while we got a minute, let's go ahead and I don't have my notes up. Big shout out to all of our photographers, and Case is one of our guests here, allowed us to use a lot of his stuff, and Case puts up quality shots, and when Case puts his pictures on his pages, you know that they're the real things. And like mine, if I take a picture, one's gonna be blurry, one's gonna be to the side, and his has to be all perfect and centered. But I've learned a lot from him.
I was gonna wait until he comes on, but I just seen before we hit the live button that he is going to be covering the NAI regionals deal at University of Cumberland.
And he'll do a good job at it too. He's really talented at what he does. But we got some good guests. We got, of course, Case Crowley coming on, Henry Bowen coming on. Just what a great athlete he is. And I think we've had him on a couple of times. I cannot say enough about him. And we also got, hopefully I pronounced the last name, Molly Pham from Belfry, and some of the stats that she's putting up. I believe I saw that she had committed to ETSU. I'm guessing, maybe I'm wrong. Eastern Tennessee, is that ETSU?
Yes, I believe it is.
Okay, so maybe somebody help me out on that, and hopefully I'm not wrong. But the comments are coming in quite. And Ford KD said, "Hi, and what are you doing?" Well, we're trying to do a good show for everybody, but this stuff's lagging. It's not working for us. Ryan's jinxed us, but let's just go ahead and bring us on some good guests and get this show actually rolling and getting it rolling the right way. But let's go ahead and they've been back there a bit patient. Thank you, Case. Thank you, Henry, for coming on. And my internet is like not good right now.
Well, it's better than Edwards. You're on here tonight, so that's what counts. We was talking a little bit. I think the show tonight should have been you and Edward fighting it out. That would be a good one.
Well, I'd have knocked him out. He can't handle it. I'm bigger, stronger, faster. He don't want none. We just had that redneck brawl stuff last night, and I'd be like the taco torpedo or something like that. What they call me.
Edward made better differ on that.
Yeah, he don't want none. He don't want none. But Case and Henry, thank you for coming on, and I know that he's got better things to do on the Sunday night than come here and watch us try to put together a show. Just I talked to Case a little bit there last week, Henry. I'm gonna talk to you. Get thoughts of your season so far and how it's going. And I think there's a little bit of a win streak going on down there at Whitley County right now.
Yeah, obviously the win streak, it's up to 19 games right now, but I'm just super grateful for this season. You know, I've been taught a lot this year, but just my teammates really every day, like practice, games, whatever, they make every day enjoyable. Every coach does the same thing, and it's been a super blessed season for all of us.
Um, we do as media, and you just know it firsthand because you're there every day at practice, before season, stuff like that. I mean, I'm sure that it's hard for you to turn off some of the social media stuff about where you're ranked and what people was thinking of you. But I know it took a hard work to get you to this point to where you're at right now. But how hard is it to shut some of that chatter down behind you and just keep going about your everyday business?
I mean, it is definitely hard when you see all these sports pages having us like number 2 in the state, but I think it's honestly just like a testament to how hard we work. I mean, like we feel like we're deserving of that, but we just try to take each day like slow, make sure we break down the right things, do the right things each day. Cause like you don't want to overlook anybody. Like this coming week, we got Sayre coming in. They're top 10 ranked team in the state. So it's gonna be a battle. And then Tuesday's Pulaski County. I mean, every time we play them, it's a dogfight. Last year we went to their place and it was like, I think 9-inning game. And then Friday we go to Madison Central, who's obviously a great team in a really good region. But just taking things slowly, I feel like is going to help us get through this week. But the social media, I mean, I try not to look at it too much, but I know some other guys, like when they come out with the rankings, they're like, bro, we're number 2 in the state. Like they like freak out about it. But I mean, I think it's just like we're supposed to be the number 2 team. Like we work harder than anybody in the state. I believe Coach Shope, he preaches, more reps is the ultimate. Like that's why we're up there.
So, in case you can join in on some of this if you want to, and again, we're all every now and then on social media, and I'm sure that people seen some redneck brawl stuff. It was like all over my pages for like 2 months. So, just off the chart, something funny, a teammate. If they were going to actually go in there and fight in the redneck brawl, just name what a teammate would be and what his nickname would be.
Oh goodness. Trey. You got Trey, you got Aiden, and you got Caleb.
Yeah, Caleb.
I mean, we got 3 that could definitely go quite far in the redneck brawl. Aiden Taylor we were actually just talking to him in our team group chat. He missed like this entire week of games because he was in the state tournament for bass fishing. So like I think he could definitely probably hurt somebody if he had the right mindset to it. And then Caleb Curitan is another guy that, if he flinches, if he comes at you a little bit too hard, you might flinch. And then Trey Walton is another guy.
So Case and Henry, if you went and joined the redneck brawl, give me a nickname you can call yourselves.
I've not got a clue.
I wouldn't make it very far on that.
I mean, I like Hammer and Henry or something like that. I didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but I wouldn't make it very far.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny. I've never really had much heard about that. It was just like all over my Facebook. Like everything I was looking at was that. So I guess it's pretty successful. But talking about success, you are doing down the field, and of course, it's showing that in the win streak. At the beginning of this win streak, did you just do anything any differently, or is it just, same old routine? Let's go to work, let's get better. Or was it something that maybe a teammate or just something that just really kicked us in, or just same old business?
Well, kind of like we talked last week, we started off the season not hitting as well as we hoped to, and I think somewhere around 19 games ago we started hitting the ball well and putting up anywhere between 10 to 15 hits a game, and that really helps pull it all together when everybody's going on all cylinders and the bats are rolling and hits are in the column. Then it's a good night for the Colonels.
Yeah, I really think the turning point for this win streak was the last time we lost a game, which was the Danville, a Saturday game, just not a very pretty game. And I really think that was kind of like, okay, like we're not like the stuff we think we are. Like we got to lock in and do the right things to win, and that's just drove us to win 19 straight games.
So like an eye opener type game or something that you had
Yeah.
with, and for a win streak like that, I'm sure that you go to business every day and stuff like that, go to work. Does it add any more extra pressure knowing that you've got this win streak and people are really, really starting to hype that up? Case, I'm sure you can let me know. I believe this a school record, right? That you are doing right now as far as the win streak, or
as far as the streak, I'm not 100% sure. I do know I kind of talked to Mason today a little bit about it. If we keep on the track that we are, we're on track to beat that 39-4 that the 2023 squad had when they got that state championship win. So, but really, just to answer your question, we talked about it last week a little bit. Coach Hope always talks about coming into these games, see everybody's number one. We're going to be everybody's state championship. So I think as far as the streak goes, people are seeing those wins pile up. They're seeing the 19-game win streak and the 5-0 week that we had this week. And me and Henry talked a little bit about it before the show just now. Looking at some numbers, we outscored opponents 57-4 this week. So I think that people do see that, and I think that we are once again going to get their ones. We're going to see the best that they've got, and we're just prepared to battle back with it.
I mean, I don't even think it adds pressure on us in this win streak. I think it adds pressure on other teams because if they don't bring it, it's going to be a long night for them because we're consistently bringing it. Even if our dudes don't have their best stuff, they're going to go out there and compete their guts out for us. And I think that's why we're so good. Even if our guys aren't feeling the best, they're not swinging it great. They're going to go up there doing whatever they can to help the team win and produce.
That's a great answer, Henry, for sure. And I believe I asked Case this question. I'm gonna ask you this, and for this week, we know what the ultimate goal is. You just want to be again the last team standing there at UK. And that's the ultimate goal for you. And what is it going to take for you to reach that?
Just continue what we're doing, getting better each day, coming in, grinding. Not making many mental mistakes, but even if we make a mental mistake, just flush it and move on to the next play. That's all I can really say. I mean, just continue each day to get better. You don't want to overstep, it's just one day at a time. That's what Coach Show preaches. You don't want to look too far ahead, because like anything can happen. So just enjoy the moment, live in the moment, and then everything will take care of itself.
And Case, I got to ask you this before I let Ryan have you. Are you going to get any rest this week? I'm hearing that you've got already a schedule lined up again here. Are you getting any rest at all?
Absolutely not. We got 3 games Monday, 3 games Tuesday, 2 games Wednesday, and a game Thursday possibly to decide that bracket championship game. And so I'm excited. It's a great opportunity to work alongside Reagan and Connor over there at NAIA Ball. It's a great resume builder, great group of people to work with. I think we've got somewhere around 10 people who's been brought on for these next couple of weeks just to help coverage on the regions. So, and then you got to think we got, I believe 4 games this week, 3 of them's home games. So social media and all that, it's going to be a long one. The computer, it might blow up.
Well, I would say coffee, very strong coffee, but I mean that
would make it blow up faster. Put coffee on the computer that might do it. I'm no genius, but
See, Casey comes here and teaches something right off the bat. Keep copy off the computer, folks. Yeah. See,
Or keep it in a bottle.
Sometimes you gotta learn stuff the hard way.
I
Yeah.
was already griping before you come on, Case. That I need you to come on one of these shows and actually show us how to put these commercials where I go from one commercial to another and I'm waiting for the other commercial to come on. We're just sitting there. Come on,
Just looking at the screen.
Yeah. Come on, commercial. And you start hitting stuff and finally fall. Yeah. Yeah. We're like caveman media or something, I guess. But Ryan, go ahead. I know you got 100 things for him.
Henry, I'm gonna try to start with you. I can ask Case this last week, but when y'all saw the schedule, what did y'all think of the schedule that Coach Shope put together for y'all?
Well, when I first saw it, I was like, dang, like, why is he doing this to us, playing all these top-ranked teams? But it just makes us better. I mean, we're seeing everybody's best guy. Some of these teams they're legit, like top to bottom. These teams can just flat out play. But, I mean, last year's schedule was super good too. And then this one this year is probably even better. But I think it's just him believing in us and knowing that we're going to go out there and compete.
Yeah, and then when y'all went to Lake Pointdale, when y'all played that different type of teams, did it show kind of what y'all's team was going to be like, kind of what y'all had to do each and every game, not knowing about the teams?
Yeah, definitely. I think we played 2 Ohio teams, a South Carolina team, then a Tennessee school. All those teams were super talented. But, it just prepared us for the season, seeing teams we won't see very often. But just coming in with that mindset that no matter who we're playing, we got the chance to.
And then I usually say Mark and Edward knows where I'm going with this question, but I know there's not a lot of stuff to do to eat in Williamsburg. But what's y'all's favorite restaurant to eat at?
I mean, I guess one of the 3 Mexican restaurants we got. My personal favorite is probably El Dorado's, but that's literally about it, honestly.
Well, I learned something new about the Mexican restaurant today. I always go in there and order like a combination, like burritos, rice, and beans and stuff like that. But I had a person on my bus say, order the chicken cheese rice. I want chicken cheese rice. So I tried that today, and it was actually pretty good.
But yeah, that's my go-to.
Oh, the chicken cheese rice?
Yeah, that's my go-to every time.
See, I should have talked to you a long time about that.
About Mexican, Edward would have to be different when he don't like Mexican, but he loves Taco Bell. We can't understand why he don't like Taco Bell. Why he don't like Mexican. I mean,
he's a strange dude. I'll go ahead and just say it.
Yeah, Case has tried to open that door for Edward many times, and Edward's got to walk through the door. You can't walk him through the door, right, Case?
He is every time it's opened, he runs straight, like nose first into the frame. Never can make his way.
Yeah, what Edward would tell you, Henry, is when he eats a hamburger, he does not get cheese on it. That he's very picky, he says.
Yeah, that's almost too picky, though. I mean, it's just cheese. Like, it's not even that big of a deal.
Well, I figure with like Mexican food, you only get taco burritos and nachos. It's like differently named, deluxe, supreme. They're all like 3 different types of food there. So I might be wrong.
I think that has to do with the.
Edward, if you're listening, maybe they'll teach you something. He's probably not even listening. Case and Henry, I gotta ask you something. Of course, Edward didn't show up tonight. Should we dock his pay? Should we write him up? Should we just fire him, or what should we do? Should we make him do 100 push-ups? Do you have any kind of good punishments we should make him do?
I think the 100 push-ups, but make it on the live stream so everybody can see it. I think that would get the viewers. That'd get the viewers.
Yeah. Run it live.
I can arrange that.
100 push-ups or maybe
See how long it takes him to get 100 push-ups.
yeah, or like a live streamed 5-mile run. That would also be a great punishment.
So over under how many? 50. No, let's go 20. Over under. Could they ever do 20 push-ups?
What's the time frame?
Yeah, how long
Is
are
there
we
a time
giving them?
frame?
I mean, you can do one push-up a day for 20 days.
Yeah. He would do it. Yeah, he would take his sweezy time just to try to prove us wrong. One
He would
right
go
after
down
another.
on Monday. He'd come up on
Yeah,
Tuesday.
one,
Go
two.
back down on Wednesday, and
Yeah.
up on Thursday.
Yeah.
It would be.
Yeah, I'd say he could do 20. Yeah. But going to show you something, Henry. I showed this picture. Well, it's been changed a little bit because we had to add a new. Well, not that one. Ron posted
Oh,
that there.
what-
That was what
oh,
we
it's
showed
wrong
right
one.
there last week. But
Oh, okay.
the power of AI, and like I said, I added a girl on it this week. I had to change a girl, but I think the picture's still relatively the same. Kay seen it last week. So how close am I with that?
I mean, I think you're pretty close, honestly. I mean, you got the eye black and everything. Yeah,
The power of
23, that's Cam Bledsoe. I'm 22, but that's pretty close. And then Case looks amazing in it.
Yeah, I sure like the shorts there on Case. You have to
Yeah.
brag on him right there for sure. Well, that's all professional looking there. But if you had to rate it like 1 to 10, what would you give it? And you can be brutally honest. I've had a 2 on here before.
I'm giving it a 10. Honestly, give it a 10. You guys do an amazing job. Promoting everybody. So 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah. See, that's a perfect
Well, we know
picture,
what Evan would say.
Case. Case is like, I don't know about that. But we're starting our football brackets. We haven't launched them yet, but I know you're a baseball guy, but I know you're a football guy, so you love all sports and stuff like that. But Ryan, just give them a hint on just name them a couple of the matchups that we have on these brackets here, which are like off the charts. I mean, you don't have to vote on them. We haven't started on them yet. But I think
I'm trying to find a good one that is.
I think one was like had Jamar Chase versus like somebody that he probably lose first round. Like,
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Oh, it was Joe Montana versus Jamar Chase.
So what's the voting, like who's better, like?
yeah, like we're trying to vote for our all-time greatest. We added some old school and some of the newer players, and I mean we're back all the way to like Johnny Unitas and all these guys. I'm like, I hope some of these even knows who that is. So, but I think I believe Lamar Jackson wound up being a 16 seed, and I'm going to be blasting. That's because you don't like Lamar. Yeah. No.
He facing Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, Barkley versus Lamar Jackson. But
that was all done by a wheel generator.
But before I let you go, and we know what day it is, Mother's Day, and again, big shout out to all the special moms in the world, and God bless my mom. She earned her wings a couple years back. I love you, Mom, and mom's a mom, and I'll let you take the floor if you want to do any special shouts for anybody here on Mother's Day.
Yeah, shout out my mom. She's probably watching right now, but I just want to thank her for all the sacrifices she's made for me. Whether it's paying for the travel ball tournaments, paying for the hotels, paying for all my gear, making sure I have whatever I need to succeed in life. And I think she's my rock. Like I go to my mom for almost everything. Like because I got a little brother, so when we both play on the same nights, my dad will go to his stuff, and mom always comes to my stuff. And like I'm a mama's boy. Like I've been like that my whole life, and I'm not gonna sit here and lie about it. I love my mom and everything that she does for me.
Yeah, mom is a big part of my life, and like Henry said, I go to her for a lot, mostly everything, to be honest. And I thank her for all the sacrifices and stuff that she's put up with, me being the number one thing, and of course Mason and Tucker too. We've been in this game for somewhere. Well, she's been in this game for somewhere over 15 or 16 years, and she's still going strong. Coordinates all the team meals every game day, and coordinates the concession workers and the deliveries from Pepsi and the candy supply place and all that stuff. So just everything she does, it definitely doesn't go unnoticed. And there's a lot more that can be said, but I don't know if I have all the time.
Well, I know every time I scratch my knee or whatever, I always run to mom. If I was sick, I always run to mom. If I needed somebody, and the moms are very special. And again, not say enough about all the moms in the world. And this is your day, and time for us to wait on the mom's hand and foot for once, and let them relax. Put them on the recliner and stuff like that. They've earned it. But right before we let them go, anything you want to ask them? Any final deals you want to say to them or whatever?
I'm gonna show them these. I'm gonna show them these wonderful graphics that Edward actually made for them. Then I'm gonna be the one that's clicking the buttons and all that stuff. But the first one, Henry, is the original graphic, and then we splashed up the second one to make it look a little different.
Okay. Well, Edward would normally ask you which one you'd like better. I think Case seen his last week, but and he'll want you to tell him the first one or the second one, and trust me, it's a little bit of friendly competition. But and of course, all of our stuff is free and shareable, and we'll get them to you.
Oh yeah, that's all. I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, my computer sometimes takes a few minutes for it to actually pop it up.
It's all right. Oh yeah, I love that. That might be my favorite one.
Take that, Edward. Skip school again.
And I'll go,
the lightning has struck.
Yeah.
And I'll go ahead and show Case's to him, but Case saw his last week, but I'll let you see his as well.
That's a good looking dude right there.
Yeah. Yeah, Case looked like he's styling profile in there a little bit before the bat.
Yeah.
And that hit right there, I wonder if he called the shot. I need to find a video on that exact hit. I wonder if he's like.
No, it was actually fouled by about 2 foot, and that was about approximately his ear hole. It was great. It was a great day. It was amazing.
So never called your shot, Case, or anything like that, or?
Well, number one priority is hitting the ball. I think you got to make contact before you could come up the next time and call your shot. So yeah. Yeah. But real quick before we hop off, I love our team and I love all the players on it, and we spend a lot more time with them than really I do with my own family at this point in the season. We're closing out last week of regular season games. Like I said, 3 games this week, 2 of them being home games. We got Sayre and Pulaski County Monday and Tuesday. And then we travel to Madison Central later in the week, who's a great ball club. But this past week, we talked a little bit about it. Came into the week 14-0, finished off with 5 wins, no losses, outscoring opponents 57-4. We played Harlan at Harlan on Monday, played Russell here at home on Tuesday. Went over to Lafayette Thursday night, which was a great travel and a cool trip to be able to go on. Then opened up on Saturday morning in a triangle with Madison Southern and great crossings. Started out with a really heated game against Madison Southern. We knew it was going to be that way. We played them over at their place a few weeks back, and had people ejected out of the stands and everything. But this Saturday we had both dugouts gave warnings within the first 2 innings. We had pitchers talking to themselves, quote, so he says. So it was an interesting game. So we got the 4-2 win over them, and then a 15-0 run rule in 3 against Great Crossings, which is usually a pretty good team. And then just to put the spotlight on a few guys from this week, just weekly stats from them. D. Parker, he led the charge. He was 9 for 13, batting .692. He had 7 singles. He had a double. He had a triple, and he had 7 RBIs. I mean, that's a pretty good week for a guy batting 7th in the lineup. Then you go to EJ, our leadoff, our starting shortstop. He had 8 hits and 14 at bats. 571 was his average. 5 singles, a double, a triple. A great shot here against Great Crossings to start the game off with some energy. Put one to the trees, and also had 7 RBIs. Cade Mountjoy, DH. A guy that don't get a lot of time, but has really stepped up in that spot. He calls himself him and Spencer, they call themselves the 8-9. They say the 8-9 can get it done. He went 5 for 9 this week, batting .556. He had 4 singles. He had a double along with 5 RBIs. And then Henry here hit .308 on the week with 3 singles, a double, and an RBI. Looking ahead at this week, like Henry said earlier, we've got the number 7 Sayer coming to town tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. So that'll be a good game. Tuesday night, we've got Pulaski County coming to town. And like Henry said, it's always a good game with them. Always a dogfight. Went into extra innings at 3rd place last year. And it's always a rowdy one too. We'll have senior night that night too, for Henry and D and EJ and KP. That'll be at 5:45, I believe. Game time is like 6:15. So if everyone wants to come out for that, we would greatly appreciate that as we recognize those guys leaving. And that's it. Well, no, I better say this. He'll get mad at me. Both Allen brothers had a home run this week. Kip had one against Harlan at Harlan on Monday in the 13-0 win. But just a good week for Colonel Baseball. Got one more week coming ahead. It'll be some good games, some challenging opponents. Then we head on into the district tournament that next week. We'll play Williamsburg on that Monday, and then get to see the winner of that 2-3 game between Corbin and South Laurel.
See, if we had Edward on, I'd give the train whistle there, and I'd say, keep that train rolling, folks. You got it going now. Keep it rolling. But again, good luck both of you personally in your futures, and good luck to the team. And I'm sure we'll probably see you again on down the road, I'm sure. But thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Thanks
guys.
for having us, and go Colonels.
Great interview. But we knew that would be, a bunch of great guys down there. And 19-game winning streak, they're rolling, folks. I believe it's 19, right? 19 games. Number 2 in the state, number 1 in the RPI.
Yes, it is.
They can pound their chest a little bit.
Yes.
But another young female that's got it rolling. And I wouldn't even, well, I'm not going to say I wouldn't know these players, but I'm not going to give Edward a hot head. But Edward, like, for some odd reason, he waves that magic wand, and he's like, you need to look at this person. You need to look at this person. And all of a sudden, when you start looking at it, like, this person can play. And then all of a sudden, you start seeing on them most anticipated graphs that he makes. And she's always on it every week. Go watch this girl play. Go watch. She's something special. But let's go ahead and bring her on. And hopefully, I get the last name right, and if I get it wrong, we're going to blame you, Ryan. It's not my fault. You should have edited it. You should have already talked to your people. You should have got everything done about it. But Molly, Pam, am I right or close?
Bomb.
Okay, Ryan, it's your fault.
It's okay. People get it wrong all the time. How are y'all doing?
Ryan should have talked to his people, and he should have got something done about it. He should have got the last name taken care of. So
It's okay. It's okay.
You're lucky Molly's got a good attitude, or we don't forgive that easily on the show. We got ever doing 100 push-ups for missing tonight.
Oh, that's not
Yeah.
good.
But Molly, thank you for coming on, and it's hard not to see what you're doing on the field, and of course your team and stuff. And I know you're a very humble person. You're about team first, but us as media, we could prop you up a little bit. It's hard not to see what you're doing and notice your individual stuff. So, Molly, just off, we're based upon the 13th region, and we branch out quite a bit. Like we just come from Tate's Creek here Saturday, but tell us a little bit about your school, Belfry, about your district, and of course your region, and just familiarize us folks that don't know a lot about Belfry about how it is there.
Okay, so Belfry is a very community based like district region. Everybody comes out and supports us. It's amazing. Like everybody, like you get so much support. And our district, like it's pretty good. Like we have some competition. Sometimes we don't, but this year it's gotten a little bit better. For instance, Mingo, we didn't think they were gonna have as much competitiveness as they do this year. Because last year I think we were a little bit above them, but this year we're very, very close. We got some good competitive game with them. The last game we played them, and every game that we have, everybody always shows up. We have spirit sections, a bunch of the parents, everybody just comes, especially where our baseball team and softball, or the baseball field and softball field are like so close. Just like all the people like switch, like in between the fields, and you just have so much support. And it really hypes up our team and it gets us really going during those games. And that's what I love about Belfry. It's just so great.
And you don't have to go into detail about your commitment, but if you want to talk a little bit about it, you can. You don't have to or anything. But notice the picture. Looked like he had made a commitment. He was in a uniform. So to tell us a little bit about that, if you want to, you don't have to.
Of
You don't have.
course. Of course. So East Tennessee, yes, they are amazing. Well, I went to a camp there a couple years ago, and I loved it. I was too young, obviously, to commit or anything. And this last year, when I went up there, they told me they wanted me at like right after the visit and everything. So I was so excited. And the coaches up there, Coach Bill Wagner and Cheryl Milligan and Coach Rick, they are just all amazing. They keep you up and they know what they're talking about with all their stuff. And it's just like such a good atmosphere there. The whole team is a family, and considering all the fans and everybody else, and all the sports are like connected, so they all like follow. It's just really great down there, and it's close to home. So it's like 2.5 hours away, and that's what I really wanted, is be close to my family, because my mom has helped me so much through everything, especially where it's Mother's Day today. So it is. She's just got me where I am today, and I love East Tennessee.
uh, I don't know if your followers show much or anything, but we try to do a Sunday and a Wednesday show, and on the other show, my so-called I don't know, missing partner or wherever he's at, he says I'm mother, so yeah, he just used that as an excuse. He just played hooky, but he does his as he calls it, his most anticipated, what did you call it, Ryan? The most anticipated graphs in the history of the world and Mars or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he always seems to have a young female on these graphics of his, and you might know her pretty well. I'm going to show this to you. If I could pull that up. If I didn't click on it when I clicked on it.
Well,
There we go. I'm sure you probably know one of them females on that graphic there.
I do know Jada Patton. I don't know her too well, but
The person in the Pirates uniform probably looks a little familiar there. Yeah, and he makes it about
the
it
graphic
up.
has not been. It's not been updated.
Yeah, it's not been up. That's probably what, a 2-week old one or something.
No,
So I'm
no,
sure you.
that's Wednesday's graphic.
Okay, that was last week's graphic. So probably has a few more
Yeah,
Ks and maybe even maybe a home run added. I don't know. We'd have to look. So are any more home runs added to
211
that?
strikeouts.
211 now. Okay.
No, 211 strikeouts is the total for that.
But Molly, that's a pretty good company right there. That's some of the state's best, and you're right up there with them. And again, I know you're about team first, and it's hard for us not to hype you up. And I know you've already committed to school and stuff like that. You probably don't need the promotion, but we can still hype you up, because you're definitely succeeding on and off the field for sure. But ask this to a lot of the other student athletes, and are there any other sports that you do, or are you just strictly softball?
So I used to play basketball, but I don't play it anymore because it would interfere with my softball. But I loved basketball, but I only did it to keep me in shape during the off season. But now where it's impacted my softball, I don't play anymore. So I just do off season practice, run, workout, and no, I don't play any other sports. I might be playing volleyball next year, but I'm not completely sure yet.
So if Eastern Tennessee comes up to you, Molly, we know you're pretty good at basketball or volleyball. Will you help us out? We play two sports. Would you do that, or are you one sport in college?
No, I think I for sure would do that because they've given me a really good opportunity there. So yeah, I would of course help them out with that.
Well, friend to friend, I had to bring up to you, since we're friends now and stuff, you go to the next level, and if you got free tickets, you can always give them to us. We'll come down there.
Yeah, for sure.
But Ryan, I know you got several things for it. I know you're probably all into the stats and all that stuff too right now. So
Yes, I've got the stats up too as well. But before I get to the stats, I'm gonna do your schedule first. When y'all first got the schedule and seen the schedule, what did y'all think about it?
So we thought it was a pretty hard schedule this year, especially where we went to that Nashville tournament. We had a lot of competitive teams, and we really just decided that we really need to put the extra work in for this year because it was a hard schedule when I first laid my eyes on it, but it just made me more competitive about it. So it made me work harder, it made our whole team work harder together as a family.
Yeah, I mean, I see on your schedule you kind of play because I know y'all right next to West Virginia and everything. Playing all these out of state teams, how does it help y'all when it comes to these like your district and region games?
It definitely helps us seeing the competitive teams. Um, they have they have a lot more education and like the mechanics, and it really helps us get up there between going from those really good teams and then going to like the like moderate teams, if that makes sense. Kind of.
Yeah, it
Okay.
does. And, and then I see you're a kind of a two-way player, like you pitch and then you do a lot of good hitting as well. How do you keep yourself like going for like I see you lead the team in average and home runs, but and then you have over 200 strikeouts. How do you do it game in and game out?
I really just try and keep my like competitiveness up for my team and not just for myself. I try to be one of the team leaders. I'm not the oldest on the team, but I am the one that's been there the longest. So I try and keep my whole entire team up. And when I switch positions like this, I'm helping each other. Like we're all helping each other. And that's what keeps me up most of the game to do all that. And when I hit those home runs, it kind of helps the entire team. For instance, I'll hit a home run and then we all start hitting like home runs. We had at U Pike, or not U Pike, at Pike Central, we had 4 home runs. Maddie Bevins, she had 2, and then McKinley Fields, she's a freshman and she hit 1. And it really molds the whole team together when I or somebody on the team hits those or has an accomplishment. It really molds us together.
Yeah, I mean, I try to ask when student athletes hit home runs, but what's been the farthest kind of home run you've hit out of your ball out of the ballpark?
Mhm. I'm trying to think. I hit one. It was at home. It was into the creek, but I don't know the exact amount, like the length that it was. I don't know, but it was into the creek. Everybody said it was my farthest one, but I try not to look at the ball when I hit it. I just run, so it's up to everybody else to tell me.
I don't know if I could get it out of the infield, but
Sure you
Mark
can.
here and but Mark and Edward, I always like to ask student athletes this. They're in Pikeville. What's your favorite restaurant to eat at?
In Pikeville?
Yeah.
Either Texas Roadhouse or Drake's. One of the two. I like Drake's a lot more because they have sushi there, so probably Drake's.
I don't think I've ever ate at Drake's.
Really, you should go try it. It's really good.
Mark, you know where the closest one's at?
No, not really.
To
It
us,
sounds
at
good
least.
though. That sounds good.
It's very good.
Molly, believe it or not, I believe you could probably educate me on this, and we learn something from you every week. And I do have a relaxed brain, but like when I played baseball, we had the old school aluminum bats, and I'm getting ready to join a adult team, and we're going to play slow pitch stuff like that, and I was like, well, what kind of aluminum bat do I use? They said, we don't use aluminum bats. I said, what? And it's like a certain bat that you use now. I'm sure you're probably real familiar what you have to
Mhm.
use and stuff. Have you used the old school aluminum bats, and are they that much more difference in them?
I I haven't used the old school aluminum bats, but I do love the LXT. If you want to try it, the LXT is amazing. It's what I've stuck to for over probably 5 years now. I have never changed. I used to go from different brands like back to back like a couple years ago, and I just stuck with LXT. It's amazing. Like it don't break. They're very durable. They have a really big sweet spot also.
So do you use a heavier bat than most girls, or a lighter bat?
I use a 34-inch, which is usually a little bit heavier.
Woo.
Yeah.
34. And the guy I was talking to told me he used like a 27. So
Oh.
yeah. I'm like, okay, yeah. I'm gonna make him, yeah. Guess what I just heard.
Yeah.
And but yeah, honestly, I didn't know that. I've heard the discussion about bats and this and that, but and you've never used the older aluminum bats or anything like that.
No.
Well, the one thing about them, you had to wear back gloves. I mean, if you didn't hit them in the right spot, they would absolutely vibrate your hands until you, yeah, it would actually hurt if
Yeah,
you
that's what
hit
the
them.
heavy bats that we used to do. The big wooden bats, those hurt unless you hit it right in the sweet spot.
Yeah, but now when you hit one in a spot with the aluminum bat, now I felt like Mark McGuire, or Barry Bonds, or something. I
Yeah.
mean, I know that ball was going to go somewhere,
Yeah.
and you like know it. And you was talking about that. You get down the newer bats, so like the bats you use, right?
Mhm.
So do you know exactly where that spot is on the bat, or is that just a crazy question to ask you?
So mine is like it's like from the middle of the bat almost to the end, at least like 2 inches away from the end of the bat. So it's a really big sweet spot. I haven't used any other brand of bat that has that big of a sweet spot. I used to try Ghost a lot, but Ghost break, and
Yeah.
those have like a small sweet spot. But mine
Yeah.
is probably like right here. That's a good
Okay.
like yeah.
Yeah. So I know what bat to use now. You've educated me. So I'm
Yeah,
sitting
you
there
gotta use
knocking
that one.
home runs. I said I
And you
heard
can
it from
you can
Molly.
customize them too. They're
Yeah, I
nice.
heard it live here, and I will save this tape and say I told you so, told you so.
Yep.
So Molly, thank you. You're gonna make me look like Barry Bonds out there, and I'm gonna be calling my shots now, and yeah, I will be feeling it. Yeah.
Hey, you're gonna hit homers every day now.
Uh, Gotta show you something, and of course, the power of AI. I know, I'm sure you've used it. I just got. I'll let Rob post the picture here. Just tell us how close you think it is, and you can be brutally honest with us.
I think it's pretty close, actually. I think okay. There's a little bit of like facial features that are a little bit different, but I think it's pretty close for the most part. It's not as bad as what I've seen. It's pretty good actually. I've seen some bad ones, but that was actually good.
So,
That was,
so, so I guess you've seen the one that had like seven fingers and all the
oh, yeah.
other stuff.
Oh yeah, I've seen a bunch. We had a whole team photo. We all looked like completely different people. I was like, "Who is that?" It's not
Well,
us.
well, the first one I run to you. I should have kept it, but you was like holding two balls and you had like 13 fingers.
Well,
Yeah, that sort of scared me to point. I
yeah,
said, no, yeah, no wonder she's so good. She got
yeah.
13 fingers. You can catch three balls at a time.
Yeah, I was scrolling and I seen that and I was like, "Who is that?" And then I figured out it was us, and I was like, "What?" It's like, no, couldn't be.
Uh, uh, yeah, going back to like your team goes, and I know you're all about team. Um, and we know what your team goal is, just like any other team that we talk to. You just want to be the last team standing at UK, celebrating the big hard work, throwing the candy in the parade, all that stuff. I mean, what is it going to take for you to reach that ultimate point?
I think it's really gonna take all of the girls putting in their effort for the whole entire team and not just themselves, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah,
they need to go like when we don't have practice, for instance, we need to go and have solo practice. Work on your mechanics and the certain mistakes that you're making in a game. That way you can fix it while you're in a game, possibly. Like you have to be coachable, and I think that's what really all of our girls need to work on and work on being molded together as a family and all have the same goal of getting to the last team standing, if that makes sense.
So where is your district championship games and your region championship? Where are the games this year?
The district is that was held at our place. We went to the All A State.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know that. Okay, and I'm pretty sure the region is held in Prestonsburg, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I don't
So
know.
so so do they change the venue every year in region, or is it always in the same location?
Wait, say it again. You broke up a little
Uh,
bit.
do they change the locations each year for region, or is it just always the same location?
It's always the same location. As long as I've been here, it's been the same location.
Okay, it's like how we do our basketball tournament in the 13th region. It's always at they call the arena there in Corbin, so it don't ever change. But like the baseball and softball, they do the different locations. I think this year, I know the baseball I believe is at North Laurel. I don't know where the softball's at,
So
Yeah.
Jackson County.
Jackson County. So, um, but yeah, that's interesting. Speaking a little bit about Belfry, and I know that when I think of Belfry, and I know you are good in all sports, and you are good at several sports. It's hard not to think of Belfry at football. It's something about the little, yeah, that helmet, and, oh God, Belfry's coming to town. Oh, here comes Belfry.
Yeah.
And so, are you? I know you're a softball player, but are you also a football fan? There you cover. I mean, do you follow Belfry football pretty good, or?
Yeah, I do. I'm usually at every one of their games. I support them a lot. Like I'm usually in the spirit section, cheering them on. We usually do. We have we have spirit teams, obviously, and we have different themes. And usually, like every year, we have a baby powder one, and that one's so fun. I bought like three big, huge things of baby powder, and it was. I think people got really mad, but it's okay because we're supporting our team. Yeah, but
Well,
I'm a really, really big fan of the football here.
well, I seen one. It was like maybe at a volleyball game, and everybody's wearing white T-shirts because
Yeah.
if I ever see on my bus got marked up with markers, they was like writing things on
Yeah,
their
I think
T-shirt.
that's called white lies when they do that. I think, or
So
it's
what?
white.
So what is that exactly? Because I told somebody I was going to wear a T-shirt that said I like popcorn. And they said, "Well, that's not right." I'm like, "What?"
I
So
think I think it's I'm not very educated in that part, but I think it's you write something that, for instance, I would say I play basketball or
yeah,
something. Don't. I think it's just like a straight out lie that everybody knows, if I'm not
yeah,
mistaken.
yeah. See, that's what I was getting out of. You're supposed to lie, so I should have put "I hate popcorn" on it or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's what you're supposed to say.
Oh. So I've learned all kinds of stuff from Molly. If you ever quit playing sports, you're hired. You're hired. At least you'll be on time, and you'll be
Yeah.
patient. I gave you a time. We was like 10 minutes late on you to begin with, and you come in here smiling. You didn't aggravate you. And at least our other co-hosts, they don't know how to show up. So yeah, Edward,
Okay.
you're fired. Molly's hired as soon as he gets done with all that other stuff next level. Molly, Ryan has something that he's going to show you, and normally Edward does this, and I won't steal Edward's words. It's a way of us showing you, thank you for coming on. I'm sure you got better stuff to do on a Sunday night instead of, jabbering with us for a half an hour. I know you got a thing called life in school, and we really do appreciate student athletes when they give us your time and we very appreciate it. So we try to give back to you a little bit. And all our stuff is free and shareable for you, your family, friends, teammates, and whatever.
Mhm. Of course. Thank you guys for having me on here.
And what Edward would do, he'd say, "We want you to vote on one. Tell us which one you like the best." So that he can rub it in my face, or I can rub it in on his face.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice.
Well, there we go.
So you want me to pick which one I like better?
Yeah.
Okay, me personally, I like the first one better.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I do like the first one better. I think it's more
We know
detailed, but
we know what
Yeah.
we know what Edward would say.
The old school graphic always wins. But hey, pull that last picture up, the one with the single one with the lightning there. Molly, I just saw something on that picture that caught my attention. And uh, folks, look at the arm on this young lady right here. She's been pumping some serious iron. Right? Would you arm wrestle her? No,
I
no,
don't think I would ask
no.
any athlete.
No, uh, Molly, it looks like you hit the weights a little bit there. Am I right?
yeah, yeah. I actually have a lot of pictures that Ray Justice have took, and you can see all of my muscles. There's one where it kind of looks scary, but it's okay. At least it looks strong.
Daniel said, Trent May said, "Hi
Yeah, yeah.
guys, a good job, Mom." Uh, yeah, she did a good job, Daniel. But thank you for your nice comments. Thank you for your views. But yeah, Molly, if I was you, I'd be wearing them sleeveless shirts and like be the first one off the bus and like, oh, yeah, that's what I do. Well,
I wear strapless dresses to prom, and my back muscles it is. So I have this one picture, and it's kind of crazy, but I just want to look good in my dress, and I just see my back muscles. And I was like, oh my gosh.
so 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 Molly, you didn't like you was wearing the dress and doing that, and then also you went like that, like the whole back of the
Yeah,
dress flipped out.
yeah. I got the downward.
Well, Molly's been flexing again. Get her another dress. Yeah, folks. You definitely tell she's been pumping some serious iron. That young lady's got some guns there. Wow. But
Thank you.
yeah, no wonder
Marky,
Eastern
I
Tennessee
mean,
was
you
like,
have to
yeah,
say. I mean,
go ahead,
yeah,
Ryan.
I mean, you have to say. I mean, yeah, I mean, you have to say. I mean, she's been pumping some iron. I mean, 200 strikeouts in 11 home runs. It's a lot of throwing and hitting.
No,
Yeah.
no, no, no wonder Eastern Tennessee said they started walk on cat. Oh yeah, yeah, cider, cider. Come here. Yeah. Oh, you want to watch me play? Nah, just come here, sign this paper. Come here, yeah,
I
yeah,
credit
yeah.
all of my hitting abilities to Adam Lalonde in Huntington, West Virginia. He is amazing. He's got me where I am with hitting today.
Well, hopefully, we'll be able to get up and cover a couple of them. I know the season's winding down, and season goes by way too fast. And before I let you go, I know Ryan probably have a couple more things, but you know what day it is, and a lot of special moms out there, and God bless my mom. She earned her wings a few years back, but every time I cut myself, I'd run to mom. Anytime I was hungry, mom. Yeah, I was hurting, mom. Need somebody to talk to, mom. And if it wasn't for mom, I wouldn't be here. But I love you, mom. But any special shout outs to any special moms out there?
My mom is amazing. She has got me where I am today. I wouldn't be anywhere. I wouldn't be standing if it wasn't for her. Um, she she has so much weight on her shoulders already. Like it, she gets me everywhere. She's helped me from the day I started playing softball. She helped me to where I am now. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't even be close to here. Everything I ask is to her. Like you said, help me, mom. What is this, mom? Can you get me that, mom? But yeah, I love her so much.
Yeah. Hey, my goodness, I miss my mom's cornbread. I never could make the cornbread that she did. But awesome interview, Molly, and just a great interview. And whatever the future holds for you, we're fans of yours, and I know the season's winding down and stuff, but anything you do, if you reach another milestone, or if you break a school record for anything, or let's make some stuff for you. Let's make a graph for you or something. You know, let's. I know you've already committed and stuff like that, but let us hype you up, and you deserve that much from us. And you've been a great interview. Ryan, you got anything else for
Yeah, I'm supposed to say best of luck to you and your team the rest of the, I guess, this week of regular season, and then good luck in the postseason.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, just keep it rolling, and good luck to you personally on with your own individual goals, and good luck to the Belfry Pirates there, and Lady Pirates, if I might say. I
Yeah,
guess it's Lady Pirates or the Pirates.
lady pirates
Okay,
for
Lady
us.
Pirates. Okay,
For everybody, just pirates. Rough
well, good,
trade.
well, good luck to you, and go and reach all your team goals, and wish you the best of luck.
Thank you guys so much for having me. This is great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Uh, That was an awesome interview. And you know, we only had her coming on like 10 minutes later what we said, and she come in here. She didn't complain. Edward, you could learn from Molly. You could learn from her. Edward, if you're listening, Molly's got you fired. You're out of here, Edward. All right. You know, she great attitude. You could see that firsthand by her. And you could see that this is somebody that is seriously, and we say it a lot, but you can really see it in her. She's light years above me at that age. She has her future goals. She has her team goals. You can see this in this young lady. She works hard at what she's doing, and you can see the results. I mean, you look at the stats from where she come from to where she is at now. You can see the improvement year in year out year. She's changed her body completely. I mean, she has dedicated herself into the sport that she wants to love, and it shows. And I enjoyed that interview, you know, a lot because you can just tell that was somebody being real, and just you know, we're blessed. I mean, you know, we had Case and Henry on before Molly, and just great guests. I mean, Ryan, you gotta give me credit. I lined them up tonight. I brought them
Oh yeah,
tonight.
oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what Whitley County's doing something amazing, And Belfry is, they're going to be a tough out for anybody too. They're not going to lay down for nobody. And just great athletes. And, it's winding down. Before you know it, baseball, softball season will be district, region, state. But Ryan, before we close the show here, I hope I feel like I said we need to vote, but we haven't got them up, and I guess we let the cat out of the bag a little bit. Our next national champion will be
The
Ryan. If
NFL,
you
I guess you could say our greatest NFL of all time players. I guess you want
yeah,
to call it.
and we put a lot of thoughts about bringing up our top 64, and one thing we learned about the NFL, we could have probably brought a top 117, very easily. And it that's really hard. And again, we're not out to make anybody mad. It's just for kicks and giggles. I'm sure that stat wise and stuff like that, we're gonna miss on some. Like we probably missed on some restaurants, like we probably missed on some movies, like we probably missed on some food somewhere. But all of our stuff is for kicks and giggles, and we don't mean to offend anybody or anything like that. And we just do it to add an extra element on the show. And and we say it here all the time. And like Molly, like Case, like Henry, all these guys come in laughing and joking. Folks, I've seen other shows. I'm not comparing this show to other shows. These two athletes, they got enough of real world situations between sports, school, life. They don't want to come on these shows and be, well, Molly, you break this game down for me. Tell me what happened in the eighth inning when no. Like if we can help somebody laugh, we did our job. And laughter's the best medicine. But Ryan, before we close it off, you know what day it is. The floor is yours.
Well, before I get to that point or whatever, I guess we want to do whatever you want to say. Your most anticipated match, anticipated graphic, or whatever, however you say it.
And of course, the RP5. At 1, Whitley County. At 2, Knox Central. At 3, South Florida. Up 4, North Florida. At 5, Corbin. 19-game winning streak would probably put you at number 1 in the RPI. And I believe last I saw, Ryan, Whitley's number 1 in the RPI statewide.
They are, and I'm gonna tell you. I saw 4 teams so far in this, and I'm gonna tell you right now they're playing. Them and Whitley and Knox is playing the best ball in the region. Knox Central's got a 15 or 14 game winning streak at the moment. So depends on how that postseason stuff shakes out. You could possibly be looking at a regional final.
Okay, and one thing about this, you could go and compare scores, and none of these coaches are worried about comparing scores. But if you look at some of this stuff, South Laurel's right there with the Whitley counties. Knox Central beat South Laurel. We also know how good North Laurel's been all year. It's at North Laurel, okay? And don't ever leave out any conversation without adding Corbin on there. And I'm telling you, that region championship tournament right there is going to be one for the ages. And I'm sure anybody from Whitley County will tell you that it's not going to be a cakewalk for them. They'll have to bring their A game. But now, I'm sure the boys from Whitley County also will tell you also they're going to bring their A game too. And Whitley County ain't going to lay down for nobody. But Knox Central ain't. South Laurel ain't. Corbin ain't. North Laurel ain't. None of these teams are. They're going. You know that Clay County's right in there. You can't. The Jackson counties. I'm sure I'm missing some. Harlan County. Well coached down there. Scotty Bailey and all them. Harlan. We know what play. Harlan. With Baylor Bonner and all them down there. They're good players down there. I can keep going and going and going and going. The region tournament's going to be something else.
Oh, absolutely.
And then the girls, you got the RP5, North Laurel, and remember these are 13th region RPIs. This ain't statewide. North Laurel at 1, South Laurel 2, Jackson County at 3, Clay County at 4, Harlan County at 5, and Harlan County, if Edward was here, he said Harlan, 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 Harlan. And I'm telling you, Edward has a talent about this, about talking about a team that you don't really think a lot about, and then all of a sudden they're right there. And Harlan County's a young squad. They're going to get better. Jackson County's a young squad. North Florida, I don't think they have many seniors either. But it's going to be something special.
Yeah, I saw the top two teams here play yesterday. I mean, I don't think the score is really capable of what that shows how close these two teams are to each other. But I'm gonna tell you, it's just like that 49th district, those three teams in the top five. So I mean, you'll have to play your A game to get out of that district.
Well, that being said, Ryan, do you have any more closing deals before we call it a show?
Yeah, I was going to say, went to a couple of games yesterday. Early in the morning, I came back and did some fishing in front of my house in my pond for Mother's Day and everything. But wish my mom happy Mother's Day. Thank her for everything that she does. And I don't really have a closing quote like I do. I'm just gonna leave it at that for tonight.
Mom, I love you. I've spoken about you. I keep speaking about you. You earned your wings. Thank you, Mom. I love you. Thank you for everything you did for me. Your mom. I love you. And I'm sure there's a lot more moms across the world that we could say that to also, that they got special ones that just go and tell your mom, you know, you got one mom. Tell her you love her. And the word love ain't ever said enough, but I love you, doll. And I love you, Ryan. I love Edward. And I love all of our viewers. I love everybody that's helped us build this to what it is now. And it's a team effort. And we're all family. But that being said, from all of us at the Bright Family Medicine All Sports Media, good night and God bless.